We are in a garden of alfalfa. I think you can see. I've said this many times. This stick of mine, it's a meter. This is a meter, which is 3 feet. So if we are putting up to measure and see whether this alfalfa can make a meter, you see it has not grown to its full size. But today the reason is I wanted to show you the garden of alfalfa, and you understand what a season means. A farmer, and a serious farmer, where we go wrong is this season of the rain. When you get rain, you think you will have everything. You get it? The animals will eat, will enjoy, will grow big, and you waste, not knowing that there is time of a dry spell. What am I trying to inform my farmer is, when you see a season of rain, I definitely request that you utilize it very well. Where I am, this is a garden of alfalfa. I think you can see the whole of this. I have put in some banana plantation, but you know, it's very scanty, just one by one, to check and see if it does well. My people who wants to do some banana, they will do, but me, I'm not much interested. And most of the time I've told guys that I want to do projects that can give me $1 billion at any point. So me, I'm not a man of agronomy, like doing a plantation of how many acres and then I take too long without getting the money out of it. But today my point of explaining to you, I think you see my boys, those are my boys. What I'm trying to do, I want you guys to answer me. I have a feeling that I have to let my kids understand what I do. That's the way that Uganda will have generational farming, and which will be very specific, and growth of our country, and creation of employment. So my boys here, they are very young guys, and they are now trying to learn a lot of things, of which I want you guys to also understand it, that it's one of the courses that you have to take. The ones of the courses that you have to take is, you have to do farming. But you will not keep doing farming when your kids are not doing farming. Let them love, let them follow you, let them start to understand as early as possible. But my point of today, one, is how do you secure grass during the rainy season, and then you utilize it in a dry spell. This grass you see is called alfalfa. In some places called lusan. In South Africa they call it rusaran. Their language is quite different. So basically, I harvested this grass. It's now 3 weeks. But because the rain is on, look at what we have right now. By the time I leave here today, tomorrow they are going to start harvesting the whole of this. The reason why I'm doing more lucerne than any other grass, it's because it is the queen of protein. It is highly nutritious to the animals. It's a core point. I always abuse myself. I'm on the river. I have water. Even the river flooded and took part of my grasses. But I cannot export the grass as per now. Where do we go wrong? It's not being devoted. But I want, this video is specifically going to my brothers who stay abroad, who stay in America, who stay in UK, wherever you stay. I'm not only talking about Ugandans, but I'm talking about all Africans that stay in Europe. I wish and I beg, if you really, really want Uganda, or if you really, really want where you come from, I want you to come out and try your best to teach the young generation that where you are, it is not your country. Even if you're a citizen of that country, you always still be a person of where you come from. These new generations that you've brought on earth, you're showing them that that is the best life they have to live in. You get it? They have to live in America, they have to live in UK. Well, they will do. But will your country shift and be in wherever you stay? Where have you left the generation? Okay, for you, you've made it. You've got what you want. You're rich. And these kids are really enjoying. Will they also shift? Because when they stay there, they're also going to produce kids from that end. Where are you living? Your country. You who stays in Cameroon, who came from Cameroon, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Tanzania, you're going to develop the Europe. Why? Because our kids are too bright that they will do anything, plans and everything. But you're giving that knowledge to that country. There is also one thing. I have many people. I have many my friends abroad. But my dear people, the story, when you meet those people one-on-one, they will give you a different story. Apart from what story that you know. They show you when you stay in UK, when you stay in America, you can get this money, you can do this money. But the real story that those people tell you when they are one-on-one, I know a lot of people are listening to me, you're seeing me, you know how you live. Those people in those countries work a lot. Because my friend was telling me, you can even work 16 hours because you need to earn a living. And the system of the Europe, they pay you a lot of money after you work a lot of time and using a lot of energy. But the way they take back their money, it is through expenditure that you cannot even prevent. You get it? Because you will not stay on the tree. You have to pay the bill. They make you take a loan for the best car that you want and you pay it for 30 years. Just imagine where you are and 30 years from where you are. Where will you be? How much energy will you have? Most of you have contacted me. You want to start doing business here when you're already in 60 years and above. Can you really run a kilometer? The answer is no. What am I trying to say? If we encourage people of our country to stay in a country and you find what you can invest that can help them stay here and accumulate money. One of the projects that Ugandans we would do is planting of the pastures. I showed you a video in South Africa that people were trying. Go back and review my video. People were trying to plant alfalfa in Karoo. They used a lot of money in irrigation and everything. They can't plant matoke there and come out. But look at what we have here. They are using a lot of irrigation. Very expensive system. But they can't have alfalfa of this height. I want you to look. I want this man to show you the whole of my garden. There is nothing like an irrigation as per now. We have not irrigated this grass. We have not fertilized this grass. But look at what we have, my dear people. I want to say just very few words, but I want you guys to understand what I'm trying to explain to you. Guys in diaspora, I want you to help our people and tell them the truth. They work very hard, they get a lot of money, but they spend all that money. Come out and show those people the real life of where you stay. Because everybody here can sell whatever he can to come and join you. But people take too long to stabilize. They spend a lot of energy. They work very, very hard. That's the one thing that they would learn from you, people who stay abroad. But now, You go and sell whatever you have here. You go and start living like a beggar in that area. Okay, if your father went and your mother went, why don't you use that opportunity to come back and invest? Because if we invest in this kind of projects like planting grasses, we can export to Saudi Arabia. We can export to South Africa. We can export to other countries that really have a lot of desert, but they want to do farming. These are kind of things that we would be investing in. And also, these are muscles. You cannot build up a muscle minus having the grasses. My dear people, living in the cold, me have lived in the cold for a shorter time. Just imagine early morning. You wear like around 5 clothes. And after wearing like around 5 clothes, you also look for a fire such that it can warm you up. And on top of that, warming up, that means you will not even work. When a temperature comes and it is a summer, a guy is talking about 47 degrees. That means in our country here, if we have no ACs and everything, and the degree are in 47, you will just die. You will not breathe. There is no anybody that would wish to stay in that kind of environment. We really give maximum respect to those people that stay abroad looking for the living. But it wouldn't be the best condition, the best place for you. Me, when I lived in the cold, where I went just for a meantime, I came back when everything, my skin had a lot of scales. And my body was as if somebody has poured powder on me. You get it? Wait. So, basically, that's what I really wanted to inform you. I wanted you people to understand what I'm trying to explain to you. These new generations, let us show them what exactly is happening. Even if your family is staying abroad, bring these people back here to understand. If you failed to invest here because you had no capital, put that knowledge in these people and then put money in these people. You get it? Such that they can understand. I think you see how they are really mad and crazy over my video. So that is what I really wanted to inform you guys. There is a lot of things that we should do. Do you know the reason why we don't export meat? Because we don't have enough. Not because we don't know how to manufacture it. We might not have capital to do this, but as well the knowledge. Now wherever you go, the knowledge is all over. I've given you skills and everything. Will you again say that you have no skills? Let's produce meat. Our meat, being that we don't even put any additive in this, it comes out natural. And if an animal feeds on this grass, the meat will come out with a very good aroma, very tasty. Those people there, they try their best to produce, but they will never produce the quality of what we produce. So my dear Africans, this is my piece of advice. I don't want you to tell people that you're okay when you're not okay. You will reach a point to prove that you are not okay when it's too late. I request that people should come out, put up videos, and show people the kind of life they live in. Just imagine waking up and the whole of your car is snow. The road is snow. But here in Uganda, it is cold, it's cloudy today. I just have my overall on. Even the blowing, it's not even cold. The grasses grow on its own. The soil is very black and it can attract anything called growth. My dear Africans, I want you to pass this video to many people, because everybody would really, really love to stay in this kind of environment when you have the money. I know what took you off to go that way was looking for capital. Don't get the capital and also become a converted, and you become a person who can live in the ice more than those that were born there. They were born unlucky that all that kind of weather is affecting them, and us who are more protected and more safer. That is my piece of advice. Tell people, if you're coming here, come for a limited time. If you're coming here, come with a reason. Know that you're going to go through a lot of pain, you're going to go through a lot of struggle, and you start achieving. But whatever you achieve, 90% of it goes back to the country. And you can only bring here 20%. If you bring a 20% to this country, it is a blessing. That 20% being that our environment is so suitable, it can actually accumulate the 20% more times. I know you go through a challenge, because most of us who are here, who are trying to help you, we also think that you have money. Tell those people that even if you are abroad, you have no bucket of money where you pick from. Show your people what you go through. Don't only post and show them the life of the beach, the movie life. Show them the real life that you go through. What time do you wake up? You work for how long? What do you use to go? What are your expenditures? Such a person takes a decision when he knows it. But the last thing I'm telling you, never allow your kids to also be in the same condition, and make sure that you seed them in where you are and they live the same life, and your generations will be the same. Let's go back home and try to do some business. Guys, I have showed you what you can do, because those countries will never change and say that we shall have this kind of weather in our country. A desert is a desert. To produce grass in the desert, you need a lot of money, of which, if they get a cheaper grass and more organic grass than what they have, they will definitely come here, because they are also business people. Think about of Saudi Arabia, UAE in general. You get, look at the Gulf in general. If we offer cheaper grass and cheaper meat and nice meat, we shall definitely get a lot of market. Today, that was just a piece of advice to whoever can see my video. Pass it over to a person to also see. Sit down and think as a person. You know, always talk to your heart. Talk to yourself. Are you okay? Would you wish your person to go through what you go through? If you think that you've starved a lot and you wouldn't wish anybody to go through what you went through, please pass over this video and also try to do your best to make sure that we can change Africa. Africa will not be changed by anybody. It must be you who is looking at me and me myself. I've done my job and I'm still doing it to contribute to Africa. Thank you so much. Let me just wish you the best.